I've got like a white mark right here. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just shaved too much and it's like a tan line or something, but it looks weird. Anyway, before I start the video today, I just wanted to say something real quick that, you know, if everybody out there has their favorite YouTuber and all that, and it's not just fishing and outdoors, it's like every YouTube channel pretty much was affected the last couple of years by the way YouTube's algorithm and everything has been changing, and then the ad apocalypse of last year. At one point in time, I was making $200+ a month on YouTube here. Right now, I'm barely scraping by with $20 a month. But, I mean, I don't really do this for the money. I try not to do it for the money anyway. But if there's a YouTuber out there that you watch all their videos, you want to support them by doing more than just watching the videos, but you don't necessarily have the money to donate or anything like that, like Patreon and all the stuff they do, go into their descriptions and see if they have any Amazon affiliate links. Just clicking the Amazon affiliate links and then occasionally buying something if you're really interested in it is a great way to support them, because Amazon pays them a small commission fee on anything that you buy through their links. Me personally, I've got my Amazon influencer store. I'll have that down in this description if you want to check that out. I've got everything that I use on this channel. All the gear that's on Amazon that I use is on in this shop that I have. But on top of that, I also try to do the direct links to the items. Like in this, the things I'm covering today, the two lures, I will have them both directly linked, and we'll have my influencer shop if you want to take a look around and see what the other kind of stuff that I have in there. And I'm not the only one that does this kind of thing. Most of the YouTubers, the Guggen Squad, all the big name guys, they all do it too. It's extra income. And just clicking the links is enough to help support somebody. You don't even have to necessarily buy it. Anything you do on Amazon through YouTube helps out. But yeah, so check out my links down in the description, and let's get to this. Alright, well, I've been waiting to do this video for a while, and I probably waited too long because the fad has kind of died down a little bit. But the last couple of years, this lure came out, and it took the fishing world by storm. It blew up. Everybody was swearing by it. And, well, I figured now that the fad is dead and it's kind of calmed down a little bit, I would get into it and do a review on it, you know, fashionably late. But, that would be, the River to Sea Whopper Plopper, the Larry Dahlberg Signature Series. But I'm not just going to do a review on this. I'm going to do a comparison, because I went, I mean, this is cheap angler fishing. I try to do everything on a budget, and these things cost, this is the 90 size, which is 9 centimeters or 90 millimeters, which is why it's the 90. But it's, this was like $12, and I try to do everything as cheap as possible. $12 for a lure is pretty pricey. But there is, recently, maybe the trademark or the patent pending or something expired on it, but these have started coming out, and this is the a knockoff version of the Whopper Plopper. It's probably about half the price. I think I paid like $5 for this. I'm gonna post all the links, direct links to it, and everything down in the description. But I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison of just about every aspect of it that I can think of anyway. And then I'm gonna try to go out and see how they work and see if I can catch any fish on them. You know, the way they swim and all the movements and stuff, that'll be later on when I get out on the water. But right now, basically just the first impressions on them both. Alright, well, first things first. Whopper Plopper, the packaging. Got my flash on here just so maybe you can see it better. This is the blue blood color, and the generic one I got is kind of a shad with a red belly color, black and chrome. The fins on it are fins on this one are gold. But first off the bat, the packaging right away, it looks a little bit similar, about the same size like that. But this one's in a nice molded packaging where the hooks have their own places to sit. This one is just loose in a box. It's also a much longer box, which means it was probably their standard box from that company for all the different lures they make. Just one size fits all kind of thing. This one was very specifically made for this lure alone. It's also better material in the box. This is a little flimsier, thinner. So it's also got an inside box, like a tray that you can slide out with the lure in it. This one has nothing. So packaging right away goes to the Whopper Plopper. Try to get it open without tearing it here. Interesting thing, yeah, I could probably do it on both, but I can't reach my finger in there to pull it out, so on this end, it's just push it and it slides out. There you go. It's got the hooks are secure. They're on their own little resting spot. Definitely flimsier. Feels like it's going to tear any second there. But you can do the same thing. Just push it in on that end. Throw it. Same concept with the packaging. This one, wow, Lure Expert. That's the name of the lure. The Lure Expert. It's probably the same thing for every lure they make, or rebrand as their own, I guess. Cherish Lure Resources Fishing 1, namely Design Discharge. Do what? Cherish Lure Resources Fishing 1, namely Discharge. The other one has a tray to secure the hooks. This one came with a rubber band, which is actually better than a lot of lures I've seen. They didn't come with anything. Go ahead and take that off and try not to hook myself. Come on. Alright, so they are about the same size. Just a little bit longer for the generic one here. The hooks on the generic one are actually not bad. I'm kind of surprised by that. Usually they're these stainless steel, chrome colored, cheap little hooks you see everywhere. The ones on the Whopper Plopper here are very sticky. I'm having a hard time keeping them out of my hand. They're actually pretty similar. They both have a shape where it kind of goes back towards the shank, which they're pretty similar in the hooks. The generic one actually has pretty decent hooks on it. As far as the length goes, they're about the same, but the Whopper Plopper is bigger around. It's got a more pronounced belly on it. This one's a little more of a spook shape there. I mean, if you've never seen a Whopper Plopper or held one or seen what they do, what they are is basically the combination of like a spook style topwater bait mixed with a buzz bait. So this thing spins around and makes a plopping noise like a buzz bait, but that's why it's called the Whopper Plopper. And this thing does the same thing over here. This one's actually kind of a clear color. They didn't paint it. This one they did paint. At least they attempted to make it match in colors, but not really, because it's a white tail with a chrome body. And you know what? This thing really does have some good hooks. That is stuck in my finger right there. Usually when you get these cheap generic knockoff baits, the hooks are bad, really bad hooks. This one's got decent hooks. I'm impressed by that. They're about the same weight. About the same weight. The material feels pretty similar. The Whopper Plopper is almost see-through. Like I can see the stuff on the inside, the beads and the weights and everything in there, balancing it out. So I mean, it might actually be a comparable solution there. Big difference right here. I just noticed the Whopper Plopper has a ring right there, and that's it. This one has a smaller one, but it also has a split ring on it. They are pretty similar. They seem like they might be pretty comparable. The hooks on both of them are pretty good, but right now, I mean, the real thing is getting the edge right now. I'm really actually kind of impressed. Looking at them side by side, I'm kind of impressed at the quality of the generic. I'm sure they do both swing about the same. They both weigh about the same. The only thing I can really do at this point is get out on the water and try them out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do everything as even as possible. I've got 2 7-foot medium action rods. Both have Lew's reels on them. I mean, one's the Lew's American Hero, the other's the Laser MG. So they're not really the same thing, but they're similar enough, and they both have the exact same braided line on them. So I'm going to put one on each of those rods, get out on the water, and see if I can bring in some fish on it. I'm going to do some side-by-side motion testing there. Yeah, the Whopper Plopper definitely has better hooks. So, I mean, this one doesn't have bad hooks on it at all by any means, but the Whopper Plopper's hooks are just way sharper. So, I'm going to get these tied on and head out to the water. Alright, I'm out here at the river. I'm going to try out these Whopper Ploppers. The river is not exactly the place I would want to test this out, because to me, they seem like they would be like a lake or a pond type of bait, not flowing water. That's not what I would think of for topwater stuff. But the water doesn't seem to be moving too much, so it might work. Just gonna find me a place where I can get down and try it out. I think I can get down over here, and this ought to be a good spot. There's a little bit of a dam, so it should be pooling up and slowing down right here. So we're gonna get down there and try it out. We're gonna try out the Whopper Plopper, the genuine Whopper Plopper first. So get out there. It kind of floats tail heavy. Pull it forward, it does definitely make a noise, and it spins like a buzz bait. You probably can't see it from up here, but I don't want to step down in the mud because I don't want to fall in. But there we go. Well, I was gonna say it's actually sinking down below the surface, but the tip of my rod was down there doing that. Oh, look at that! I've already got chasers. Wow. I just barely put it out there and there was a bass came up and checked it out. Yeah, that's definitely pretty cool. If you're familiar with Whopper Ploppers, you know how they work. And that's definitely a unique sound. That's not a sound that buzzbaits make, but it basically works with the same principle of a buzzbait. Now here's the generic. It floats the same way, barely floats, like just the nose is at the surface. It's actually more tail heavy than the Whopper Plopper. But it works and it makes a similar noise. It actually spins over right there, so there might be some line twist with it. And it actually seems to sink a little bit below the surface. But the noise is the same. It makes the same noise. Doesn't quite float the same way, but it doesn't float the same way. Doesn't quite move the same way, but the noise is similar. It makes the same noise. And another issue is I noticed the whole lure flipped over a couple of times there when dragging it through the water. So that's one thing the Whopper Plopper didn't do. But let's go ahead and give myself a full cast here. Whoa, that went a lot farther than I thought it was going to go. But it's over there, all the way up under that tree. I'm just reeling it in. The flowing water is might not affect it too much, but it does pull it out that way and kind of makes it move a little bit faster. But it does make noise. I can hear it from here. And I'm trying to go slow because I'm trying to move it sort of slow because just it's been kind of cold lately, and today's the warm day, so they should be active, but slower presentation I think is going to trigger more bites, if any at all. And yeah, that thing, it sounds like a helicopter almost. The consistency of a helicopter. Alright, and let's get the full cast on the generic. Cast about the same distance. This one, not quite as far, but that's just the difference in the reel. Tried to get as close to a matching set on the reels as I could, but I don't have a matching set. I guess I could have gone with the spinning rod, but this one's actually not even on the surface. I don't know where it is. There it is. Okay, this thing is going below the surface and it's swimming belly up. So, but once you start getting closer and get going, it seems to work all right. But for a minute there, I couldn't even tell where it was. So yeah, right now it is under the water. Whopper ploppers are not supposed to be under the water. And there it is. It came back up to the surface right now. And the noise is actually, this one's a little bit louder. But as you can see there, it's spinning all the way around. It's not, the tail isn't just spinning, the whole lure is spinning. That's a big problem. So I was hoping this would be an affordable comparison to the Whopper plopper, but it's, I don't know, there's clearly an inferior product here. It's a major difference. I mean, sometimes it swims right, like right now it seems to be swimming all right. You can tell it flipped over right there when I was saying it, but the whole lure, it doesn't spin as well. It makes a louder noise, so it might be effective nonetheless, but it shouldn't be spinning the way it does. I might try heavier hooks on it or something, or find some kind of way to weight it down there, but it's spiraling on the way over here, which is not good. That's like having a spinner bait or a buzz bait that just turns and doesn't actually do what it's supposed to do. But it is definitely louder. Even though it doesn't swim the same way, it doesn't turn the right way, it's louder for sure. So I kind of have to work it with the rod tip up on this one. Rod tip up and even slower than the genuine one. Now the other one might be louder, but this one spins faster and makes a different kind of popping noise. The popping noise sounds the same, but the other one's louder, and this one is just a faster popping. And it definitely works a lot better. It's a lot smoother. It's not twisting around. I'm going to credit that to the body shape. That might be the shape of the body doing that, because this one's got that more pronounced belly on it. It might keep it upright a little bit better. And it does have weights in it. The other one probably doesn't have weights in it. This one you can see the weights to the inside. Oh, well, I just had a major blow up on it right there. But he didn't get the hooks. Wow. That was a blow up. That might be the most violent blow up I've ever had on any bait. So there you go. I cast that other one to that same spot a handful of times, didn't get nothing. This one I've only thrown over there like maybe twice. Try it again. And it was definitely a slower retrieve. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got him that time. Oh, is he still on? It's a little one. Little one. Hooked a little funny there, but it's a little quad. There we go. I wonder if this is what blew up a second ago. Oh, he's got crawfish down in his gullet too. Let's see if I can get this out without hurting him. Okay, there we go. Ah! Man, you're lucky. I was gonna say I'm lucky there, but this thing's lucky. He didn't stick me. Ugh. It's probably the same one that blew up on it a minute ago, but that was a major blow up, so I don't know if this little one would have blown up like that. But let's see here. Okay, you gotta chill out. It's one thing I don't like is about treble hooks is they hook everything. There we go. Nice little quad. He's got a little bit of a bloody lip, but he'll be good. Alright, there we go. We know for sure the genuine one works because I had blow-ups back-to-back casts. And actually that one, the second cast, he blew up on it twice. He blew up on it and didn't take the hooks, and I slowed it down a little bit but kept it moving, and he came back and took it again. So that's when I got the hook on him. So let me give this one a shot a couple more times. Same direction. Maybe there's more fish over there. And it's below the surface. I keep forgetting to lift my rod up. So we know the genuine one works. I would like to catch one on the generic one just to make it worth what I spent on it, which is about half the value of the genuine one. So oh, there we go. That one got one there. There we go. They both work. This one's actually a little bit nicer fish, I think. Definitely fighting harder. Yep, little. Oh, that's a nice little quad right there. Got him on the tail hook that time. Oh, and he just spit something up on me. I don't know what that is. The last one had a crawfish sticking out of his mouth. This one, I don't know what this is. This one's got pretty good hooks on it too. Like I said originally when I first did the intro to the video, the hooks on this are surprisingly good. I'm really surprised at how good the hooks on this one are. Because the other one this one I got a hook set right away. The genuine one, I took 3 bites before I got a hook set. So, and this one's actually a smaller, well, not a smaller fish. This is a slightly bigger quad, but there we go. And actually, I haven't even been out here that long. I've been out here for 15-20 minutes, and I've already caught 2 fish. So, and 1 on each lure. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's the end of the video here. I can't think of anything else I need to compare between the two of them. But the generic one, it works. It definitely does work. It doesn't work as well. To be expected, it doesn't work as well. I'm gonna say it's if you don't want to spend the money on a genuine whopper plopper, then yeah, go ahead and get one of these. I mean, it's not going to work as well, but it is going to work. It definitely is going to work. But you can't beat the genuine one. I'm going to have to give the genuine one this the win here. So here we go. And as you can see, like I was talking about this one, you can see the weights inside of it. It's almost clear, like it wasn't quite painted right on the right side of its body. It's almost clear, and you can see the weights and stuff in there and the rattles. But yeah, there we go. It's I'm gonna say that was a successful test for both lures. But of course, nothing beats the original. But that one worked. The generic one definitely worked. So I mean, if you're if you would rather spend $4 than $12, then yeah, maybe look them up. I'll put links down in the description for everything. Yeah. And just so everybody's clear, the bigger of the two fish was caught on the generic one. But I'm gonna keep fishing the real one for a little bit. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out the description for all the links, and keep an eye out for my next couple of videos, because I've been working on a handful of videos that have been taking me a couple of weeks to complete. So